is Beatriz, and I'm a bilingual crisis counselor. I've been working on the Suicide Prevention Lines for about a year. Suicide is important to me because I have someone close to me that has died by suicide, and it really affected me a lot because I was only 14 when it happened, and I didn't even know that someone could be in so much pain that they would take their own life. So that's what made me really want to talk about it, because I was going through a time in my life where I was really depressed, and I realized that even people who look like they're really happy on the inside, they're not, and I felt guilty, and I felt like I needed to do something. I needed to be part of this conversation, because otherwise people are going to suffer in silence. And I know that had this person that took their life known that all of us were there for them, I think they would have felt less alone. They would have felt like they had the support that they needed. They would have felt like they had a reason to stay here. And so yeah, suicide, it affects a lot of people, not just the people who are suffering. It affects family members, it affects friends, it affects everyone. So when someone is suffering alone, it can seem like the only way out is suicide, but in reality, when you talk about it, you can help other people carry that weight with you, so you won't do it by yourself, and it seems more bearable, and it seems like you have people there with you, so you're not alone. I was attracted to mental health work is because I was always one of those people that had to pretend like I had everything together, but I really didn't. I come from a family where we don't talk about our mental health at all, and I feel like I suffered alone for a long time, even though I had family support and everything. Like on the outside, it looked like I was really happy and that I, had no cares in the world. But on the inside, I was really going through a really difficult time. But I was those people who, I did good in school and everything, but as soon as I would get home from school, I would just lock myself in my room and cry. And I didn't know why I was like that. And I thought, I don't know, I felt guilty for feeling like that because I felt like I wasn't being grateful enough for my own life, but it made me realize that, it's not necessarily my fault. It can be, for me, I just have a chemical imbalance where I don't have enough serotonin. So I just realized that I don't have to feel bad for feeling bad, that it's okay to not be okay, and I don't have to put up a wall for everyone else, because I'm only hurting myself if I don't ask for help. And it wasn't until I went to university that it really got really bad, because I identify as Chicana, and both of my parents were immigrants from Mexico, and they didn't have an education. So I was the first one to go to a university in my family. So it was a lot of pressure, and I think a lot of people don't talk about that when you go to school, especially as a first generation. There's so much pressure to succeed. There's so much pressure to have everything together, because your family expects it, your peers expect it from you. So I didn't reach out to anyone. I told myself I had to be tough and I had to act like I'm okay. But then I got to a point where it was hard to do that, and I started reaching out. And weirdly enough, when I started being more vulnerable, that's when I started finding my strength, because I realized that I'm not alone. And when I tell people what I'm going through, they're like, oh, me too, I'm struggling with this too. And it feels so much lighter when you have people who are struggling with things that you are struggling with too. But if you don't talk about it, then no one knows that we're all kind of in this together. And I think that's kind of the message that working on the suicide prevention lines kind of bring out, is that It's hard to ask for help. I know it is. I've been there. I've put on this mask for the world, but that only hurts me more than anything. So it's kind of like taking off the mask, even if it's just while you're talking on the phone to someone. Just taking off your mask, really talking about all of this weight that you're carrying so it feels lighter and you feel like you're being yourself and you're being honest and you're living a more honest life, and people can help you that way, just like we do on the lines. Even if I don't know these people, it's like, hey, I'm here. Maybe no one else in your life knows that you're struggling this much, but I appreciate that they're able to share such personal parts of their lives. So it feels, even for me, even for someone who's a crisis counselor, it even makes me feel more connected to the callers. It's not just the callers who feel better. Sometimes I feel better because I can connect with people who are also struggling. It's taught me how to be a better person, I think, and it's definitely helped me grow. And I think people don't realize that we actually really do care about the people we're talking to. And because I get some people who feel like I don't even care, but I have to always reassure them, like, I might not know you, but I care about you. And I think it's helped me be more understanding with people. Like, you never know what anyone's going through. So it's made me be more patient, even with people, my own friends, my own family, people that I don't know, that I see are sad. I want to talk to them. I want to be that person that is there for them, because you realize that some people, even though they have so many people around them, they have family, like, they don't always have someone that they can talk to about their pain and about things that they're going through. Calling can seem very overwhelming because you're talking about something that's so personal and something that's so painful and something that you don't even talk to your closest friends about. But I've had a lot of people who call and they're so scared to call, but then at the end of the call they're like, oh, I wish I would have called sooner. And so I think if you want to make the call, then just do it. The beginning is the hardest part, and then once you're there, you get to talk to people who genuinely do care, because all of us are here for a reason. All of us, all the crisis counselors on the Suicide Prevention Center lines, we do care a lot. We want to be that person that helps you realize that there is a reason to live, and we can help you even if you don't know why you should try to live anymore. We can help you find that.